Hello and welcome to Record Rep, the Adventist Record News Podcast. It's Friday, November 21. I'm Juliana Muniz.
And I'm Ashley Yankiewicz.
This week, ATSIM Bibles reach new communities. Hundreds of Pathfinders request baptism at First New South Wales Camporee, and an Adventist brass band celebrates 100 years raising funds for ADRA. But first, Ashley, can you tell us what's been making headlines around the world?
23-year-old Leanna Carr from St. Croix, one of the US Virgin Islands, recently gifted a nearby medical center more than 35 beanies that she had crocheted. Leanna learned to crochet in Pathfinders when she was just 12, and she said her hats were a reminder of God's presence despite challenging circumstances. Inspired by her grandmother's fight against breast cancer, Leanna also hopes that through her gift, patients will feel less alone. In other news, around 10% of Australian children have lost teeth due to injury and decay, most of them from low socio-economic backgrounds or rural or remote areas. Recent studies show that those who have experienced tooth loss are 42% more likely to be bullied. Poor oral health not only impacts overall health, but also self-confidence and well-being. And bullying in turn can have negative physical consequences such as obesity. This study aims to raise awareness of the connection between oral health and the overall well-being of young people.
Now back to the South Pacific. Advent Brass celebrated its 100th anniversary with a charity concert at Melbourne's Hammer Hall, raising more than $50,000 for ADRA. The ensemble was founded in 1925 by educationalist and musician William Gilson. He had a vision to give young people opportunities to develop musically and serve their communities, a vision which, according to his grandson and current musical director Reynold Gilson, has never wavered. Across its history, Advent Brass has been led by 3 generations of the Gilson family. The ensemble has supported worship services, evangelistic programs, and community events throughout Victoria, with performances extending to almost every state and territory in Australia. The Centennial concert featured guest soloists from Advent Brass community and internationally renowned musician James Morrison. Among the performers was also 100-year-old pianist Romney King, a longtime band member, also believed to be the oldest person to ever play at Hammer Hall. All ticket proceeds were donated to ADRA, continuing the ensemble's long tradition of using music to serve others. More ATSIM Bibles are being shared across Australia thanks to partnerships between Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ministries, ATSIM, and local organizations. In October, Mission Australia executives received copies of the Easy Reading Family Bible, also known as the ATSIM Bible, as part of their growing relationship with Adventist leaders. That connection was strengthened by the work of Daniel Gela, a former Mamarafa College student now working as a community chaplain in Cairns, and Uncle Noel Wason, who helped build relationships in Yarrabah through earlier ministry. Earlier this year, Anglican minister Reverend Leslie Baird received a supply of 60 Bibles for his youth Bible studies in Yarrabah. The response was so positive that more copies were requested for families and personal use. As a result, Mission Australia ordered 120 more Bibles to be distributed in places such as far north Queensland, Darwin, Perth, Double, and Whyalla. The ATSIM Bible is available for churches and community organizations. For more information on orders, contact atsim@adventist.org.au. Pathfinders across New South Wales united for the first combined state camporee, bringing together clubs from North New South Wales, South New South Wales, and Greater Sydney. Held from October 7 to 12 at Yarra Holiday Park in Stewart's Point, the event brought more than 1,500 attendees together for a week of worship, outdoor activities, and connection. The theme was Fearless in Faith, inspired by the biblical story of Esther. General Conference Youth Director Pastor Busi Kumalo called Pathfinders to stand boldly for God and their communities. More than 330 young people responded to calls for baptism, and many others requested Bible studies. North New South Wales Youth Director Pastor Ashley Smith said the highlight for him was seeing so many stand up for the appeals.
The whole point of that whole event and everything that we run, from the activities, everything in between, is to lead these young people to Jesus, and to see so many making a decision to follow Jesus. It's justification in and of itself that it was the right thing to go ahead with this event.
In addition to the spiritual emphasis, the event also included activities that encouraged interaction between clubs, such as Market Day and a statewide pin trading initiative. According to Greater Sydney Youth Director Pastor Dejan Stojkovic, the various elements in the program demonstrated the value of collaboration between conferences. South New South Wales Youth Director Pastor Rangi Iau explained unity was one of the emphases of the program.
Allowing more Pathfinders across the state of New South Wales to get to know each other, breaking down barriers so that we're not pushing apart but we're bringing together.
Some clubs from his conference traveled long distances to attend, with some journeys taking up to 12 hours each way.
They were happy to travel that distance because they see the importance in pathfindering. They see the importance of getting to know real friends in a world where you can have fake friends, artificial intelligent friends, but when we can create a space where people can have real friends, like our kids have real friends, I think that's really, really important.
And that wraps up this week's episode of Record Rap. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to visit our website at record.adventistchurch.com and follow us on social media for more updates and stories. You can also receive news straight to your inbox by subscribing to our weekly e-newsletter.
We'll be back next week with more news from around the South Pacific Division. See you then.
This is an Adventist Media podcast.